Hi, in this video we're going to continue on with working with stacks, and this time what we're going to do is working with a program that converts an infix to a postfix. And if you're not familiar with the terminology on there, read chapter 3 in the textbook that is in the class here. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a blank file, new file here, and I'm going to close this off. I don't need that anymore. So we're going to need our stack. So I'm going to import that. So from stack, I'm going to import stack. And I need to import string for some of the things we want to do in here. Okay. We're going to start off with an infix to postfix function. And we're going to pass into it an infix expression. And then we're going to set up some different values for different operations. So this is going to be a dictionary. So PREC is going to be equal to, with the right key here, there we go, an empty dictionary. So now PREC, and then what we're going to do is put in here is an asterisk for multiplication. That's going to be equal to 3. This is the precedence of the different, that's what the PREC stands for the different operations. PREC bracket, this one's going to be division, and it's going to also be equal to 3. The next one is going to be addition. It's going to be equal to 2. Subtraction. It's going to be equal to 2. And then the last one is going to be a opening parentheses, and it's going to be equal to 1. We're going to create a stack called opstack. We have our postfix list. It's going to be equal to an empty list. Token list is going to be equal to an infix expression dot split. Split off the expression into different tokens, and that'll be in our token list. Okay, so let's run through a for loop here. So for token in token list, we're going to get these one at a time. Get my notes scrolled up here. If token in string.ascii uppercase postfix list dot append token. Okay, so again, so if it's in the ASCII character set uppercase, then we're going to append it to our postfix list. Else if token equals an opening parentheses then opstack dot push token. Okay, so this is the ASCII letters uppercase. This is not, so if it's not a letter to push on there, then it's going to check to see if it's an open parentheses, and if it is, it'll push it onto the opstack. Okay, then else if token equals a closing parentheses then top token is equal to opstack dot pop. Okay, so we're going to pop off item off of the stack and store it into top token. Okay, still under there, while top token does not equal an opening parentheses postfix list dot append top token, and then top token equals opstack dot pop. Okay. So while we don't have an opening parentheses, because we have we checked we have a closing one now, so until we get to the opening parentheses, we need to pop these off and append them to our postfix list. Okay. We keep and we need to keep appending the top token to the postfix list and then pop the next one off. Okay, so now we're done with the while loop there. So we're going to go back out here and do an else. In the else, we're going to do a while loop in here. While not opstack dot is empty. And we'll go down to the next line here so we have some room. Precedence bracket opstack dot peak is greater than or equal to precedence token postfix list dot append opstack dot pop. Okay. So that's the end of the while loop. So we can back out of there. Opstack dot push token. Okay, so this is making sure that we have the right precedence when we do all this stuff here. So, okay, so that ends that while loop. It also ends the else, and it ends the for loop. So we're going to back all the way out over here. So while not opstack dot is empty, postfix list dot append opstack dot pop, and then we're going to return quote space quote dot join postfix list. And then we just need to do our main so we can pass some stuff in to run. And we're going to do a couple of these. We're going to do an infix 2 is going to be equal to, and in quote marks, A space plus space B space time space C end quote. And then infix is going to be equal to parentheses. And remember, all these have to have spaces in between them so it can split it off based on the space. Okay, and then we're going to print infix 2 post fix infix2, and whoops, parentheses there, and then print infix to postfix infix. And then call main. So let me get this saved. I'm going to save this as infix to postfix. And we get to make sure I'm in the right location. Looks like I am. And then we'll run this and see what happens here. Oh, I must have saved it into the wrong location. So let me resave it into the right location. There we go. Need to save it into here. And then we'll run it again. Oh, misspelled a print. It's on the, right there, I got a D in there. And there we get ABC times plus and AB plus DE minus FG plus times minus. Okay, so you can look through those and see if those turned out right, but I'm pretty sure that those are right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do another example. And this one is going to be a postfix eval. So we can pass one of these in. We can pass in an actual expression now that the values that we pass in have to be single digits for the way that this one works. But we can pass that in and see if it comes out right. Actually, what it's going to do is evaluate it and tell us what the result is. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a new file. We need to import our stack. So from stack, import stack. And we're going to create a function, postfix eval, passing in postfix expression. We have an operand stack is going to be equal to stack. We're going to have a token list. It's going to be equal to postfix expression dot split. And then for token in token list, if token in, and then we're going to do a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if our token happens to be in there, then operand stack dot push. And we need to convert it into an int because our token values are all strings. Else operand 2 is equal to operand stack dot pop, and operand 1 is equal to operand stack dot pop. Okay, so we have two operands here, and it's important on which order we get those, especially if we're dealing with any division. Okay, so our result then is going to be equal to do math, which is going to be a function that we're going to create here. Token, operand 1, and operand 2. And then we're going to return, let's be outside the for loop, operand stack dot pop. That will be the answer. Okay, so we're going to do our math function. Have op1 and op2. We have 3 ops in there, but op 1 and op 2. Okay, so we're going to start off with if op equals an asterisk, then we're going to return op 1 times op 2. Else if op equals a division slash, then we're going to return op 1 divided by op 2. Else if op equals a plus, then we're going to return op 1 plus op 2. Else we're going to return op 1 minus op 2. So that's the end of that one. So we'll create our main. We're going to do our expression. It'll be equal to, we got to put spaces in between these, 7, 8, plus 3, 2, plus divide. Okay. And then we'll print Postfix Eval EXPR. Okay, get this saved. And this is Postfix Eval. .py, and I should be in the right one here. There's my infix there, so I'm in the right folder. Go. And let's see what happens when we run it. Go over here. Whoops, got an error in here. Okay, so it says that return self.items.pop, and it says I got an empty list here, so I must have left the line out someplace. Yep, I did. So under our else, that's the other one. I don't need that one. It's this one here that I need. Okay, after I do the operand 1 here, the pop, then I need to do, I did do the result, and then what I have to do is an operand stack dot push the result. Okay, I left that line out there. If that doesn't get pushed on there, then there's nothing for it to display. So we'll run this again, and there we go with our 3. So let's look at our thing here. Okay, so we have 7 plus 8 is added together as 15. And then it's got the 3 and the 2, and added together is 5. And then it's got divide. So you have the 15 divided by 5 gives us an answer of 3. So it works. Okay. So look these over, make sure you're understanding how stacks work. And probably on the next video, we'll be continuing in with queues. Bye.